Hello everybody, I'm going to go ahead and try my second wood turning project here. Don't know how well it's going to work. This is just a piece of firewood that I pulled out of my pile. I went ahead and tried to square off the end, and I notice now I'm not even close to square. I also squared off this end, and also not square. I didn't think about the fact that I just used a reference side against my fence and not really paying attention to my bandsaw. The other thing I did here also is I did cut in a couple lines with my bandsaw to help give my, basically I guess my spike chuck a chance to hold on a little better here. So basically that's what I'm going to do. It's got some knots and stuff in it. It's going to be really interesting to turn. There's a really nice big knotty spot right here, so who knows how well it's going to turn out, especially considering the fact this is really flaked over on the edge here. This ought to get interesting. So tried to cut it down a little bit. The bandsaw, you can see the semi-flat edges here. It was much sharper out. Probably should have spent a little more time on it, but I was getting bored with that part, and I figured I'd come out here and turn it and see what happens. I might actually start on this end down here. It looks like it's a little bit safer spot, and go from there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Also, I guess I forgot to mention, I went ahead and actually just drug this out of the garage today. I thought I'd stick it out here in a little front chunk of concrete out in front, and I thought it's a lot easier to clean up the mess out here. It's a beautiful day. It's a little bit on the cool side, so I got a sweater on, but it'll warm up quick in the sun here. So figured I'd get some real interesting stuff with the, you know, outside light. So we'll see what happens. Well, as you can see here so far, my project's going pretty good to make an object that's very unround into a project that's semi-round. And as you can see here, it's pretty round. There's a big void here and a great big void here that's going to be a pain in the butt. So anyway, we'll see how it turns out. Well, as you guys just clearly saw there, I'm slipping my belt inside. My chuck's solid, which is my problem before. It was actually spinning my junk wood, my first project. So the chuck's solid, the tail's holding up, and I think I'm spinning my belt. I've got an old belt in here. I need to get a new one. But now that I'm getting it semi-round, I'm going to go ahead, and I've got a few voids. When the voids were there, it was giving it a chance to speed up in between. I'm going to go ahead and actually speed this up for one notch each side, because clearly you have to do both or it won't run. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up one setting, which according to this I'm going from 875 RPMs to 1350 RPMs. So now if I can just get this bolt line or nut, there we go. Make sure it's still cleared, nothing could have changed there. Get that baby going. Well, what we got here is about as far as I'm going to be able to go at the moment. I kind of coped in this end. Not sure if that's actually going to show up here or not. Not a lot. I think what I'm going to do, if it comes out that way, this is going to be my base. I'm going to run some wires up in through here, and then I'm actually going to try and hollow out this side a little more. I don't know if I'm going to have the right, because I don't have a 4-jaw chuck for this thing. I'm going to try and invert the piece, see if I can turn it from the other end. So I'm running out of space here with the motor encased in the way to get my tool up in there. But I'm going to try and mount an actual, just a small little LED light bulb in there. Just so in fact I think it'd look really cool actually shining through here. So I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we'll see what happens. If nothing else, I might make this the base and just mount a single light bulb from up top here. So anyway, we'll figure out what I get with when I finally get it done. Got a nice little sanded finish out here. It's doing pretty good. I wouldn't mind reversing it once I flip it over to get the sanding the other way, because this is just some cheap paper I've got. Went down, it's aluminum oxide, so it's the cheapest paper out there, and it's 120 grit, so I might get myself some actual good sandpaper, but I can't imagine I'm going to worry about that too much. Don't really like this now that I've done it, but it's there, and oh well, we'll see what happens when I get done with the whole project. So thanks for watching. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure and have yourself a safe and wonderful day.